That's cool. So let's get to the nitty gritty then. Is there anything you'd like to say to the potential employers out there who could be watching this?
Well, I'd like to say, if you want it, you got it.
Huh. So sounds like a quote to me. But so anyways, what is your next project to conclude this interview?
My next project, well, right now I'm working on a mural. Supposed to finish that. That's my current project. But after that, I got another mural. Got to paint. But I want to do animation any way I can. So even if I end up doing one with just a friend, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Is there any kind of particular story you got in mind for the next one, or any certain cartoon you might be thinking about doing next?
Well, there's one I wanted to do about tarot cards, where there's this guy and this girl having a tarot reading, and then you can see a little story develop out of what the cards they draw and stuff, and maybe having it a flash animation, something like a big dream.
A dream. All right, well, it's time for me to go back to sleep, and that concludes this interview. Thank you, Mr. Fletcher. Thank you.
Ready?
All right.
Go ahead, anytime.
Good evening. I'm Ted Koppel, and we're behind the scenes with James Payton. Mr. Payton, how are you this evening?
Doing pretty good, How about yourself, Ted?
I'm doing very good, thank you. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Your first question. If you can change the government, what would you do?
Well, the first thing I would do would be to try to create a new government which would try to keep those kind of checks and balances that they already have in place now, but make them more efficient and make it more of a conglomeration for all the people rather than what it is today.
Very well. If you could describe our government in one word, what would it be?
I would say archaic, perhaps.
Very well. Now we're going to go off the subject a bit and ask you some rather easier questions. What is your favorite food?
I thought you were going to ask me 2 plus 2, which I could not answer. My favorite food, I did not know the answer to that question because I like so many different foods. You can see I'm getting fat.
Okay. What is your favorite color?
For this interview, my favorite color would be red.
Very well. Now, what word comes to your head when I say peace?
Well, peace would be an absence of war, so there would be
to keep the streets
very
safe
little
from the
violence.
Mayates.
So the word would be violence?
It would be a lack of violence, I would say.
All right. Just try to come up with one word, Mr. Payton. All right, the next one is war.
Come up with another word that means the same thing as war.
What comes to your mind when I say the word war?
Hey, is this Ted Koppel or James Lipton I'm talking to here?
Actually,
Well,
this is Wilford Brimley.
Oh, my bad. I am diabetic too, you know.
Well, you check your blood and you checking good.
Well, let me see.
What word comes to your mind when I say war?
Death.
All right, laughter.
Haha.
Love.
Come over tonight, baby.
That's more than one word, but okay, allowed. Death.
More death.
Eternity.
Forever.
Justice.
Clarence Thomas. Just kidding.
What sounds What's your favorite sound?
Birds chirping.
What sounds turn you off?
Cell phones.
What's your favorite curse word? Alright. Would that be the 4-letter word?
Yeah, but sometimes you can add more letters to it.
Alright. And if heaven exists, what do you think God would say to you at the pearly gates?
I'm not sure if you can get in, but you must pass this test.
Very well. Well, thank you, Mr. Payton. And you've been listening to Great Minds by Wilford Brimley and Ted Koppel. Good night.
Hey! Welcome to our show. I'm your host, Jeff, and this is my buddy Julio. We're going to interview him today. How you doing, Julio?
Actually, today I'm Sean Connery.
Oh, shit. Where's Julio?
He's gone. I took over his body.
Sean Connery, you
Yes,
said?
yes.
Alright, I guess we'll use you then.
I'm waiting to be impressed.
Alright, well, how long have you known Mr. Sevilla, Mr. Connery?
I've known him all my life. Actually, I've known him for about 30 years.
30 years.
Yes.
Is Julio even that old?
Actually, he is. And his birthday's going to be next month.
Oh. Hey, someone write that down. Julio might get mad if we miss it again.
Tell me, why do Asian girls taste so differently?
You mean way better?
No, just different. Go ahead.
Alright, so, Mr. Connery, so you've known Julio for 30 years, right? And, so how come you get to
Yes,
sleep?
but I don't know why you're screaming in my ear. But go ahead. I've known him for 30 years. May I ask what you have here?
Standard issue microphone for the show. We try and be hip, use these little dolls.
Very well, carry on.
But, alright, so you must know him pretty well if he lets you sleep in his bed like this, huh?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about your relationship?
Strictly platonic.
Strictly what?
Platonic.
I'm sorry, what?
We're just friends.
Alright, just friends. So, you got 2 sets of pillows here. Enough room for a whole gangbang. Just friends.
That's right.
Alright. And, so, what would be your favorite thing to do when you're not making movies and such, and, being governor of California?
I'm not governor of California, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Alright. So what's your next best fun thing to do?
I always daydream about Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Your wife?
No, but I wouldn't mind it, I can tell you that. Yes, actually, aside from making movies, I like to play bingo, actually. Yes, bingo. And I like to clean my dentures at night, every night before I go to sleep. That's why I talk like this, because I'm Sean Connery, and I have dentures.
Oh, thanks for the story. You do a pretty good job, sir.
Very well.
And, what, any certain, movies that you have in mind for your next projects, or are you just gonna be playing bingo
Yes.
or Julio?
I'm waiting to be impressed. Actually, I'm thinking about doing a sequel to Extraordinary League of Gentlemen, Part 2.
Part 2?
Yes,
I didn't know there was a part 1.
yes, it was.
You were in it?
Indeed, didn't do very good, but
Probably why I didn't hear about it.
yes. And I'm thinking of doing Finding Forrester.
Is that with Tom Hanks?
No, I forgot some little black boy. You're the man now, dog.
Alright, and, another question, Mr. Connery, this room has a certain smell to it. Can you explain that?
It's the smell of fear.
Smells like socks.
My name is Bond, James Bond. I like it shaken, not stirred.
So, Mr. Connery.
What is your name?
My name is,
You look very ravishing right now, actually.
oh, thank you.
Yes.
It's my, tailor.
Get out of those clothes.
Alright. Can you hold this? Yeah.
Yes. And I'm thinking of doing Finding Forrester.
Is that with Tom Hanks?
No, I forgot some little black boy. You're the man now, dog.
Alright, and, another question, Mr. Connery. This room has a certain smell to it. Can you explain that?
It's the smell of fear.
Smells like socks.
My name is Bond, James Bond. I like it shaken, not stirred.
So, Mr. Connery.
What is your name?
My name is,
You look very ravishing right now, actually.
oh, thank you.
Yes.
It's my, tailor.
Get out of those clothes.
Alright. Can you hold this? Yeah.
A little higher, right up here. Yes, you got it right. Come on. Let the old man take you to school. You
Ow.
twit. Oh,
Must have
dear.
been a mosquito or something. Alright. You more comfortable now?
I
Oh, thank you.
about to kill over on me. Go ahead, young man.
Alright, so, Mr. Connery, or Bond,
Yes.
so I guess if you're staying here with your friends, Julio, is that the only reason you came to Sacramento, or did you have a secret project like you were just telling us about?
I have
or-
a toupee, you know.
Okay, you gotta pay some bills?
I'm bald. Did you not know that?
I know, you said James Bond.
I'm 80 years old, too.
Alright.
Very old.
What would you give
I
a...
didn't even know why I'm still kicking. Why I still talk like this. Why I'm still alive. Tell me why. Tell me.
I don't know, sir.
I just have no idea. Hold on a second. Let me check out my gums. Dentures, Lord. Whoosh. Okay. Now, go ahead. Ask me.
Get the-
Come on, sonny. Ask me the question.
I don't know.
Them dentures was kind of hurting me a little bit, so I had to take them off. So go ahead, ask me a question. I'm still Sean Connery.
Alright, Mr. Connery, one last question.
All right.
What age group do you think is the most
What?
sexiest girls?
Well,
I don't know if that's correct English.
I have to say, I like the 20-year-olds on up. They taste very. I like the 20-year-olds all up very good. They're very young and young, and I like the 20 on up. It's all good. Even though I'm 80 years old, I still like them youngins. You see.
Well, that's pretty interesting,
That's
Mr.
right.
Connery, because I know your friend Julio begs to differ.
What the hell
Would
are
you be able to
talking?
tell us a little bit about his
What the
preference?
hell are you talking
You
about?
know him
boy?
pretty well, sir. You know him. Tell us.
Now why?
Inside scoop.
Hold on a second for the muck. Stupid. Interview is very stooge.